with the heat. Credit is no good for a notion salesman.
Why, what's the matter with credit?
Aboard! All aboard!
It's old-fashioned. Say, Charlie, you're an anvil salesman. Does your firm give credit?
No, sir.
Nor anybody else.
River City! River City next!
Cash for the merchandise. Cash for the button hooks.
Cash for the cotton goods. Cash for the hard goods.
Cash for the soft goods. Cash for the fancy goods.
Cash for the noggins and the piggins and the purples.
Cash for the hogs, head, cast, ends, dairy, cod, cash for the crackers and the pickles and the flour pickles.
Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it?
What do you talk?
You can talk, you can talk. You can bicker, you can talk. You can talk, 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 talk. Bicker, bicker, bicker. You can talk all you want, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. We got into the territory.
Ching, 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 ching. Why is the Model T for? When the trouble made the people want to go, want to get up and go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to the cabin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who's gonna patronize a 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What do you talk? What do you talk?
What do you get?
Let the Model T head off. Take a gander at the store, at the Madrid store, at the present day store, at the present day Madrid departmentalized grocery store. What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
What do you get?
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
What do you get?
You can talk, you can talk. You can bicker, you can talk. You can talk, 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 talk. Bigger, bigger, bigger. You can talk all you want, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't. You got into the territory.
Why is the you need a biscuit made the trouble? The you need to put the crackers in a package, Do you need a biscuit in the airtight sanitary package? With the Cracker Barrel obsolete.
Cracker Barrel went out the window with the mail pouch, kept plug charm by the stove. Changed the approach of a traveling salesman, made it pretty hard.
No, it didn't, but you got into the territory.
Gone.
Gone with the hogshead, head, gasket, and demijohn. Gone with the sugar barrel, pickle barrel, milk pan. Gone with the tub and the pail and the terrace.
Ever meet a fella by the name of Hill? Hill? No!
Just a minute.
Ever heard of Andy Salesman Hill? Now he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's the fellow's line?
Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his line.
Or Cracker Barrel being obsolete, or you need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package, or the Model T Force.
Just a minute.
Never worries about his line.
Never worried about his line.
Or a doggone thing, he's just a bang beat bell in your big hog, great go neck, nothing rip roaring every time a bullseye salesman. Nothing Mr. Harold Hill.
Tell us what's his line. What's his line?
He's a fake and he doesn't know the territory. What do you talk?
He's a music man.
What? He's a what?
He's a music man, and he sells clarinets to the kids in town with the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums and the big brass bass, and the piccolo uniforms too, with the shiny gold brain on the coat and the big red stripe running.
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones or rat-a-tat drums. No, sir. Mandolin picks perhaps, and here and there a Jew's harp.
No, the fella sells bands, boys bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he dallies and he gathers, and he flexes and he shines. And when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir.
But he doesn't know the territory.
River City. We're across the state line into Iowa. River City. Population 2,212. Cigarettes illegal in this state. Boy!
All right, if you're all through, I'll tell you about Harold Hill. Say, you really know about that Harold Hill?
I never saw him in my life, but I know this much. He's giving every one of us a black eye. After he's worked the town over, the next salesman to arrive automatically gets tarred and feathered and rode out to city limits on a rail. You think that's funny? Well, wait until it happens to you. You never get all the feathers out.
Well, why should a man get rode out on a rail?
Because in order to sell band instruments and uniforms and instruction books, he has to guarantee to teach them kids to play.
Well,
And to form him into a band with himself as the leader.
What's wrong with that?
You don't know one note from another, that's what's wrong with that. And he can't tell a bass drum from a pipe organ. I'll catch up with that guy, Hill, and when I do, I'll squeal on him so loud.
Wow, Charlie. I'd hate to be around when you catch up with that fella.
Yeah, well, won't be on this trip. Not in Iowa. Not even the great Professor Hill would try to sell neck-bowed Hawkeyes out here.
Gentlemen, you entreat me. I think I'll have to give Iowa a try.
Don't believe I caught your name.
I don't believe I dropped it.
Good morning, Marston. This is you want to go around here in drawers all day.
and there I was in the Madison Hospital, and no one come to see me. Cousin Will never come, and Bertha never come.
Your Aunt Bertha's
dead. She wouldn't have come anyway.
Well, then I guess you want to see the man in charge in a hiring rigs who's late as usual. Hi, Gregory. Marcellus? Why, you old son of a gun. But Greg... Professor Hill's the name. Harold Hill. But Greg, why didn't you tell me you was coming? Well, I didn't know it was myself. Besides, how'd I know you'd end up in a little tank town like this one? You were a pretty big slicker when you were in business with me. Too many close shaves the way you were. Besides, I got me a nice, comfortable girl. Ethel Toffemine, boss's niece. God legitimate her. I knew you'd come to no good. So what's the new pitch? What? You're not back in the band business. I heard you was in steam automobile. I was. Well, what happened? Somebody actually invented one. No. So give me the lowdown here, Marks. Well, you'll never get anywhere in the band business with these stubborn items. Besides, we got a stuck-up music teacher here who will expose you before you get your grip unpacked. Male or female? The music teacher? She's the librarian. Female. Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. You point her out to me if she passes by. I will. So how are you going to start the new pitch? Oh, same old way. Keep the music teacher off balance. And then my next step will be to get your town out of the serious trouble that it's in. River City isn't in any trouble. Then I'll have to create some. Have to create a desperate need for a boys' band. You remember. Now, what's new around here? What can I use?
Nothing. Except the billiard parlor's just got a new pool table.
They never had a pool table before?
No, only billiards.
That'll do it. See you later, Mars. Oh, and don't forget, music teacher.
Music teacher.
Mr. Dunlop?
Yeah?
Either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I'd say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a good player. Certainly, proud to say. I'm always mighty proud to say. I consider that the hours I spend with you and my band are gone. I'll cultivate horses and a cool, refreshing, keen time. Never take time to give an ironclad lead to yourself from a three-rail billiard shop. But just as I say, constructive praise return. Storm above my game, my team, and take and shovel all the time. And I call that song. First we step on the road to the depths of gang, and it's a first. For this for one, and beer from a bottle. And you know, it's not a fight for money and a pitch that's something out of time. Here you go, that horse race worthless. Not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where they sit down right on the horse. Now to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting all day and catch when the one boy like he said. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets of the table. Pockets of lots of difference. And the bum with the capital B that rhymes with P that stands for pool. And all week long, your River City you'll be frittering away. Saying, Lord, I'm going to be frittering. Frittering away, then a real like something like all I do. Get the ball, the back there, rhyme with the other, and school to the speaker, attach to the business. And then I'm hungry. You wanted to your parents were caught with 16 hands on a Saturday. Oh, that's trouble. Oh, yes, you got lots of trouble. I'm thinking of kids in the different Speaking of the pool, all the brothers, all you got trouble. Folks right here in River City. Toronto with a capital T that rhymes with P that stands for pool. Now I know all you folks of the Rock Mountain parents. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're looking around that pump? Let me try out beer, try out Cubans, try out tailor-mades like cigarette beers, and brag and all about how they're gonna count the telltale capital citizens one by one. They leave the pool, head for the dance of the hungry, libertine, and scarlet women and brag about shamelessness, little dragons, your daughter in the arms of a jungle, animal instinct mass, scary. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground. Trouble, we got trouble. I'm here to sit right here to see. Capital P is right here, P and S stands for pool. We sure got trouble. We sure got trouble. Right here in the city. They got away moving out once moral after school. Mothers of River City, heed that warning before it is too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers? Below the knee, is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn's rim. Are certain words starting to creep into his conversation? Words like swell, trouble, and so's your old man, trouble. Well, that's so, my friends. We got trouble. We got trouble. Right here in River City. In the capital P, that line with P, that's very cool. We sure got trouble. Right here in River City. Never the man who Plymouth Rock in the Golden Rule. Oh, we got trouble. We're terrible, terrible trouble. That means trouble. Trouble.
Fine, dear. Now you're exercising.
I don't remember the light being on the last 4th of July. It was Mama all evening.
Mama, that was suitcase has been following you around all over town. Of course. I've never seen it before.
Did he say anything?
He tried.
Did you say anything?
Mama, of course not. Now don't dawdle, Amaryllis.
So don't worry, me a little slow. And please keep your fingers curved as nice and high as you possibly can. Don't be faster, dear.
If you don't mind me saying so, it wouldn't hurt you to find out what the gentleman wanted.
I know what the gentleman wanted.
What, dear?
You'll find it involves that.
Well, excuse me for leaving, but I never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment about the mentality of River City people and taking it out so much trouble.
Now, Mama, as long as the facts about the blood was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving your city's rules of life, I can't feel my concern about the ladies of the city, ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But darling, when a woman has a husband and we've got none, why should you take advice from you? Even if you can't balls and chicks, giving all another head to
Why? You don't mind me till you have a bad habit of changing every subject.
No, I haven't changed the subject. I was told that that was one string. Listen, kissing may be a very last chance.
Mama, do you think my love for the better now? Thinking more high on my standards for men are concerned, and I have no intention.
I know others understand that if you don't mind me saying so, it's not a matter of life. When you go to get a love, till I've done it hard. But it's any habit of a wonder you can find it for yourself. I will Irish imagination your I discovered is that we're luckily full of books.
Well, that is the best I've ever heard.
Thank you. Can I have a drink, please?
May I?
May I have a drink, please?
Yes, please.
Good girls. It's after dark. That's the way to walk into the house. Hello. That's one to a towel. Have a kiss from me. Bye. The lady will let your sister, young man. Hello, Winthrop. I'm having a party on Saturday. Will you please come? I especially like it very much if you come. Winthrop? Well, Winthrop, I'm going to let you still have a party. You're going to, aren't you? No. No what? No, thank you. You know that it's a real name. He won't say Amaryllis because of the S, because of his lisp. He's ashamed. We know all about his lisp, Amaryllis. Well, Winthrop, I'll bet he won't say it. No, thank you. Amaryllis. 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 He's crying. Why does he get so mad at people just because he lives?
It's not only that, Amaryllis. That's just part of it.
What's the other part?
It's just that he had a cough very much.
Should I look to your mother?
No, dear. He ought to be a little patient.
I'm patient. Even though he doesn't ever talk to me, but I do him. Every night, I say goodnight before leaving Star. You have to do it the very second you see it, too, or it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Playtime.
There, darling, don't cry. There are plenty of time for boys. It's not one that they'll be so nice.
Never almost always like you. I'm sorry, Sam. Can I come your contact, please?
May I?
May I come your contact, please? See, without sweetheart, you'll never say goodnight from leaving Star.
Well, for the time being, just say, you know, for someone. Until the name when the right someone comes along.
All right. That is nothing.
Yes, it is. Now you play your crossing, please.
Thank you, Cousin.
Ooh,
to J.C. Squires for this beautiful American flag. And to Ethel Toffelmeyer, our fine piano player. Welcome, River City citizens, to the 4th of July celebrations set up for the indoors here in Madison Gymnasium on the Count of 11. Fourscore and 7 years. The members of the school board will now present the patriotic tableau. Oh! The members of the school board will not present the patriotic tableau. Just a bit about costumes, I suppose. Instead, the Watan Yi girls in the local wigwam of Hiawatha will now present a spectacle. My wife. A spectacle in which my wife, Lady the technician, will now take the leading part. Mrs. Sheen will recover. No thanks to a certain young ruffian who's a disgrace to the community. 47 years ago, our Payne's fireworks spectacle, the last days of Pompeii, will take place providing the rain stops by 9:30. Then it will be out to the Madison Picnic Park in the far creek past the meadow from the pest house.
How can it be raining? Didn't the Gazette predict fair?
Sure did, Howard. That's when we all prepared for a storm.
Because that is accurate most of the time, and you know it, JC.
You would have left very
Just
often.
making the
Number 8's late again tonight. I make her early. She's late, all right.
She's right on time. You're not with your wife.
Never mind! 4
They said there's a pool table in town.
Can we please go on with the exercise?
I don't want any more exercises until we get this pool table matter settled.
Must protect our children. Resistance and corruption. Fight that journalism our young boys pure. Folks, may I have your attention, please? Attention, please. I can deal with the trouble of friends in the way that my hand is very heavy. Please observe me if you will. I'm Professor Harold Pitt, and I'm here to organize a person boys band. Oh, keep my friends up any pool table and hope to compete with the gold trombone. Ra-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da. Remember my tumbling down. Oh, a band will do it, my friend. Oh, yes, I said boys band here. I said I'm soon gonna have a boys band and I meet you today. Well, Professor Harold Hill's on campus. You're gonna have a boys band. As sure as the Lord made the green apples. And that band's gonna be the boys too. Johnny, Willie, Teddy, Fred. And you will see the glitter of crashing cymbals. And the thunder of rolling drums. And the shimmer of trumpets. After all. And you will feel something akin to the electric girl that I enjoyed. Guilty, Liberato, Pat Conley, Greg Creator, W.C. Hammond, and John Philip Sousa all came to town on that very same historic day.
for emergency action. I haven't seen idle people this worked up since like Frank Gotch and strangling Louis lay on the mat for 3.5 hours without moving a muscle. Man, I tell you, it was the most amazing. Never mind. I want his credentials. Hey, traffic hoodlum! He almost blew up Mrs. Shea.
Thank you, Professor.
to make an example of him. Really, you know, what he does to begin with us. Whew. Wild kid, hang around my oldest girl. His father's one of them day laborers south of town. The wild kid, hanging around my oldest girl last Sunday.
I wasn't either hanging around your oldest girl.
Don't you contradict me.
Okay, we was just walking together. Great honk.
I know exactly what you was doing. My little Gracie saw you. Now you stay away from my oldest girl or you'll hear from me until you lay the rails. Yeah? I'll talk to you about this band thing Monday morning, over at City Hall, 10 o'clock, sharp. Men, I want that spellbinder's credentials.
Do you mean you want us to get his credentials?
Yes.
Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy.
You don't know this kid. He's tough. He's got a chain right outside.
Oh, I'll be careful. Tommy, I want to talk to you about the band.
Ah, gee, Professor, that's for the little kids.
Oh, I don't want to talk about playing in the band. Tommy, you're mechanically minded, aren't you? Ever do anything with perpetual motion?
Well, I nearly had it a couple of times.
You did? Well, you're my man. Do you realize no one has ever invented a piccolo player, marching holder for a marching piccolo player? There's no place to hang the music.
Great honk. I wonder where I can get some wire from.
Look in your cellar, boy. That's where folks keep wire. Oh, Tommy.
Yes, sir?
Now, Constable, I'll show you how to break up a gang. Oh, young lady. Oh, miss. What's your name?
Anita, I had no idea you was beckoning to me. God.
Zanita. Do you know Tommy Gilis?
Well,
Tommy, this is Zanita. Escort the young lady home.
Only excepting I'm not going home. I have to go to the library. God.
All right, then escort the young lady home by way of the library, by way of the candy kitchen.
Yes, sir. Do I have to?
Oh, you have to.
Yes, sir.
God.
You're pretty black as a girl, Professor. Yeah, a couple of mistakes, though.
Oh?
The mayor happens to own the building department and the pool table.
Oh, you don't say. And what was my other mistake?
That girl, Anita, she's the mayor's oldest daughter.
Just a minute. Professor Hill, we'd like to have your credentials. We're the school board.
Academic certificates?
Nothing of the kind. We need letters and papers.
Make him put up a bond.
What am I hearing? You, sir, say ice cream.
Ice cream, but I don't sing it if that's
All right, talk then. Down here.
Ice cream.
Now, talk slow.
Ice cream.
You see, singing is just sustained talking. Now you, sir.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir.
Ice cream.
Ladies, from now on, you won't see one of those men without the other three.
Oh, Professor, you're wrong. Why, they've hated each other for 15 years.
How can there be any sin insincere when it's not putting goodbye? Your apprehensions confuse me, dear. So let me mystify, tell me what can be fair. Bid farewell, dear, while one single star shines above. How can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love. I don't suppose you live alone or anything.
No.
I have some wonderful caramels over at the hotel that...
Mr. Hill.
Oh, please, Professor Hill.
Professor? Of what? At what college do they give a degree for annoying women on the street like a Saturday night guy in a public dance hall?
Well, I wouldn't know about that myself. I'm a conservatory man. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class about 5.
Even should that happen to be true, does that give you the right to follow me around wherever I go? Another thing, Mr. Hill. I'm not as easily mesmerized or hoodwinked like other people in this town. And I think it only fair to warn you that I have a shelf or reference book which may give you some very interesting information about you.
Hey, Gregory.
Oh, hi, Marcellus.
How'd you make out with that music teacher?
Oh, scrumptious. 8 out of my hand the minute I tipped my hat.
She did? Boy, you did cut a swap tonight. For a minute, even I thought you knew something about leading the band. Just like when you used to imitate that band concert fella back in Joplin.
Yeah, but that's kid stuff. I'm in rare form these days, son. Just you keep your eyes on me for the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks? But it used to only take 10 days for the instruments to arrive.
Oh, it still does. But it takes 4 weeks for the uniforms.
Oh, no, Greg. You haven't added uniforms.
Uniforms and instruction books.
Instruction books? Well, you can't pass yourself off as a music professor. I mean, not for any 4 weeks.
Marcellus.
But you don't know one note from another.
Oh, I thought of a revolutionary new method called the think system, where you don't have to bother with notes.
But in 4 weeks, the people will want to hear music.
Yes, but when the uniforms arrive, they forget everything, at least long enough for me to collect and leave. Oh, this is a refined operation, son, and I've got it timed right down to the last wave of the brakeman's hand on the last train out of town. Now, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Washburn.
Gonna line yourself up a little canoodling?
Well,
Say, I could line you up with Ethel's sister. Real nice gal. She teaches Sunday school.
no wide-eyed, eager, wholesome, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. That kind of gal spins webs no spider ever. Listen, a gal who trades on all that purity. Merely wants to trade my impudence for her security. Why, yes, of course, Mrs. Shin, I understand you're reticent. But you see, part of my musical plans includes a committee on the dance, and... Oh, Mrs. Shin, do that again.
Mr. Hill?
raised it just now.
Oh, I haven't wondered if that bothers me.
Oh, what style. What grace. What natural flow of line and movement.
Mr. Hill.
Oh, Mrs. Shin, you must accept the chairmanship of the Ladies' Auxiliary for the classic dance. Mustn't she, ladies? Mrs. Shin, every move you make bespeaks Del Sargent. Oh, say you will. Please say yes.
Ah, well. You lady make recognition. That is dancing.
Then you accept.
Yes, indeed. And I would like to say that.
Thank you. Now about the young lady who teaches piano. Marion Peru, I think. Well, after all, she is the librarian.
She made brazen overtures to a man who never had a friend in this town till she came here. Old Miser Madison.
Miser Madison. Madison Gymnasium. Madison Hospital. Madison Picnic Park. That Miser Madison?
Exactly. Who do you think he was, anyway?
Well, I should say. Show off. Gave the town the library, too, didn't he?
That's just it. When he died, he left the library building to the city.
But he left all the books to her.
She was seen going and coming from his place.
Yes.
That woman made brazen overtures to the kitchen.
It's all right. I know everything, and it doesn't make any difference.
What are you talking about?
You were probably very young, and anyone can make a mistake.
What?
No explanations, no apologies, please. I'll only be in town a short while, and the sadder, the wiser girl for me.
Will you please make your selection, Emily?
I have.
Well, what do you want to take out?
The librarian. The librarian. You're not listening, Mary. Look. Marbles. 6 E's, 8 A's, and down the Huey. And one big glass with an American flag in the middle. You know, I think I'll drop them. So far, Tommy, 11 sales out of 12 tries. I'll tell you what, it's getting pretty close to noon. Why don't you go home and have some supper, and I'll try a few by myself.
Okay, bye, Professor.
Thanks a lot, Tommy. Oh, here you are, man. Read out the new boys' band. Here you are, some flyers that tell all about the new boys' band. Oh, sir, read all about the new boys' band. Ma'am, your town is in serious trouble. Read all about the new boys' band.
Just a minute here. Are you soliciting? You don't have a license.
Why, no, Mayor Shin. Mayor Shin, I'm handing out these musical information flyers. I find that your town has a unique quality.
That will not avail you. I'm warning you. Soliciting is statutory in this county, malfeasance without permission. Why haven't you been down to City Hall with your references?
Must have just missed you out. Oh, Mayor Shin, your hand.
What about it?
Well, that spread of the little finger. It's hereditary.
Oh, it is? What does that mean?
Why, it means that your son's little finger is perfectly situated to operate the spit valve on a B-flat flugelhorn.
Is that good?
Good! Why, it means that America has finally produced an artist who can flugel the minute waltz in 50 seconds.
How can I get a hold of one of them horns?
Oh, sign right here, Mayor Shin.
Yes, sir. To think I could have missed on this whole... Just a minute. I haven't got any, sir. Why, you unscribe this blue-vine light. You unflight this. You be down City Hall with your by-God references at 3 o'clock.
You mean this afternoon?
And make myself any cleaner if I was a Quaker on his day off.
Why, Miss Peru, do you realize that you have the exact facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't know if I understand you entirely, Professor.
Well, if your boy has that same firm chin and those splendid cheek muscles, by George, well, not that he could ever be really great, you understand.
Oh, is that so? And then the name is his greatest, why not?
Well, because all the great cornet players were Irish. Oh, Clark, oh, Mendez, oh, Clark.
Professor, you're not Irish.
No, well, that cinches it. Sign right here, Miss Peru. Your son was born to play the cornet. Fine. That was $7 import fee. Not a penny more due until delivery, which gives... Oh, thank you. Now, of course, I'll need the boy's measurements for his uniform.
His uniform?
Yes, of course. His uniform! And not a penny more due until delivery, which gives him 4 weeks to enjoy, to anticipate, to imagine. Never let the demands of tomorrow interfere with the joys and excitement of today. A stripe? Why, yes, my boy, a big purple one down each side. What do you think of that?
You'll have to excuse me, Professor. Your town's getting the same favor today and to us. And if you get me playing that band, you'll have St. Matthews away with me. After the crowd kicks for a hot killing, they press Smithson, Natalie Finchman, Shamrock Lane, Hard Playing, Travis Baldwin's for singing Irishman. Good God, you jackers. Don't be offended by it.
Gary, Indiana.
I'm what? What'd you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater. The gold medal class of '05. How do you do, Miss Peru?
How to do, Mr. Hill?
Why, of course, Peru. I thought the name sounded familiar. You know, I've been trying to see you since the other
He
night.
wants to put Smithson in the band.
We're not interested, Mom.
That's Marion. The boy might have his father's musical gift. He does have a you know.
Your husband's musical? Well, I'd like to speak with him.
Do you go bursting into everyone's home like this, prying into personal affairs? We're not interested.
Now, there's one for and one against. Why not let the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Oh, I am sorry. But that is more of a reason why your brother should have something like this.
My brother is a 10-year-old problem child who can't figure out why his father was taken away. Would you care to explain it to him? He's been brooding about it for 2 years. And as to your musical tricks, why don't you go into business with some nice man who sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks? Well, You know, I have a feeling she likes the idea. Oh, a little cautious, perhaps. But I admire that nobleman. You keep me alive, and I'll be back later in the week.
Professor, about the Bible measurement.
Yes.
I have those. Waist 18, sleeve 21, stretch 14.
Thank you, that's all I need. Now I really must be getting back to the hotel.
Professor, you'll have to...
Oh, don't worry about a thing. I am sure that at heart, she's as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, in Peru.
Has he gone?
He has. And I have not forever. Don't you ever think of your future? Daddy and Nana has a lot fight. No, darling.
No, Mom. Surely a girl's future doesn't depend on every self-centered, fast-talking, traveling man who comes to town. And the fact that he claims his commodity is music does not, in this particular case, impress me.
Well, it's a little peaceful that you keep things in one drawer and steal in another, like the structures of a fire.
Mama! Winthrop, I know you're there. Please come here, dear. Please go to the library and ask Miss Rose to give you a book that is set aside. It's the Indiana State Education Exam, 1890 to 1910. It's a large brown volume with black corners.
Do I have that?
You don't have to say anything. I've written it all down. Thank you, dear.
No, what do you need books at this hour of night?
I have a feeling the Indiana journal will be put some large holes in the professor's claim.
Well, I will. Professor, if you don't mind me asking, what sort of white knight do you expect to come right in door?
Well, not waiting for Luther Kleiner, who backs into the ancient history shelf every time he comes into the library.
He does?
Or add damage in that buggy of his with a removable back seat. I'm not waiting for a man not showing around.
The footbridge, you see? Isn't that just what I said? Last time the lumberyard, and now the footbridge. And where will you meet me after that? In the black hole of Calcutta? Ye gods!
I only want to show you my,
Invention?
What invention?
My music holder for a marching piccolo player. It still has a couple of minor flaws, though. You see, when you get it tight enough to hold the music steady, it cuts off the circulation, and you can't wiggle your fingers. Meanwhile, well, you could go blind.
Tommy, it's Papa.
That's the first thing I said, up.
Yes, George.
The very first thing, morning of July 4th, 1912, get that spellbinding credentials, I said. And now look. My wife's off dancing at any and all hours instead of tending to the home.
What, George?
Yep. The school board has been singing up street and down alley instead of tending to city matters. My oldest girl is boodling around some wild kid from the wrong side of town. And my business has fallen off so far I can't find the balance sheet.
May I shave? I found something very interesting in this book about Professor Hill's alma mater.
His who?
University?
Oh, I know all about that. Gary's Conservatory, class of 5. That's all I can ever get out of him.
Well, if you just take the time to read a little bit, I don't think you have to look any further. It's on
Well, it's wonderful. And this one thing, what?
It could be the band instrument.
Band instruments.
I got a box of maple sugar on my birthday.
And once I got some grapefruit from Carol.
Yeah, that's how men are drunk.
Or it could be something special. Just for me.
I got some Santa Cruz and I hope I get my Christmas present. But do you know that Santa came for the Christmas tree?
Here you are, Winthrop. All right, kids. You will each receive instructions in due time. In the meantime, stay off the street. Get acquainted with your instruments and think the minuet in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da. La-di-da.
Round one for you, Mr. Hill. But I'd better hear some by-God tooting out of them horns in pretty short order, or I'll see you in front of the grand jury over at the county court. Now, Miss Marion, about that book.
Come, George, Tempest Fugits.
You watch your phraseology. Get along if you want to. I've got to get something from the library about that book.
The ladies' dance committee meets Tuesday nights. at the high school.
We will now have a 10-minute intermission. Also, if you
Well, if you think you can hold these kids back, I'll go right ahead.
Start her up, Mr. Washburn. Wait till you see the new stats Professor Hill taught us.
All right, kids, what are the
The Shaboopy!
Right
fire going steady behind your back.
Why, you...
Well, we'd like to be doing it in front of your back.
Doing what? Never mind, I don't want to know.
Sunita's scared of you, but I'm not. I should think you'd hate to have your own daughter scared of you. Great, huh?
I'll warn you one more time. If I ever catch you touching my oldest girl again, I'll, by God, horse with you till hell won't have it again.
George!
Not a poop out of you, madam.
I think you need to speak.
Yes! Now give this here public building, you...
I got as much right in a public building as anybody.
Whoa. Right? How do you get any right? Aiding and abetting the swindling activities of this spellbinding symbol salesman. What I see with all of you? Reform school! Now get out, you wild kid.
Papa, please! It's populace like you who make blood in the marketplace. Ye gods!
You watch your phraseology, young lady. Go home. You lady?
George, I only...
You tend your dance.
My dance.
I'll have Sunita taken up with wild kids from the wrong side of town. I'll show you the act.
I can only make you understand.
Well, you can't. And by the way, thanks for nothing. I read that book you gave me from cover to cover for a week and didn't find a thing.
Mr. Mayor, if you please...
I'll settle your hatch as soon as I get these here premises off my oldest girl. Yes.
All right, but in the meantime, I'd like you to know that I'm vouching for Tommy Gillis. Why, he has the confidence of every kid in this town. You'll be waiting in line to shake his hand by the time our band plays its first concert.
By the time your band plays its first concert, the individual members will have to foregather in wheelchairs on account of the broken legs they'll have from tripping over their own necks. And I'll tell you something else, my fine young feathered young fine... Never mind. Oliver, JC, you are Olin. I want that man's references, and I want him tonight. Don't let another just like you slip in a Mississippi sturgeon.
Do you mean you want us to get his credentials?
Get his credentials or get him in jail. Because they price up in the clear fries and buttons up in the well water.
Professor Hill, I think Mary was very rude. I think it was very nice that you come into Tommy's defense like that.
Oh, no, it was nothing.
Yes, it was.
Oh, no. A man can't dodge the issue every time a little personal risk is involved. What is it the great poet says? A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A brave man only 500. Unfortunately, the mayor was already pretty upset on account of his billiard parlor. I suppose that a recommendation from a musical authority like yourself would help, but... Oh, well, I couldn't ask you to do anything like that. You mean you would?
I'd be glad to. I just wish I was a little more formal. You see, I've been wanting to talk to you about Bishop's cornet.
His cornet, mother of pearl keys.
Yes, I'm sure it's fine. But you see, he never plays the cornet. Well, the first week or so, he made a few experimental notes, I guess you'd say.
Yes, blats.
And he sings, Minuet and G-D-da, almost constantly.
La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da.
But he never plays the cornet.
Well, you see,
He says you told him it wasn't necessary.
Well, I never
He
said
tells me
that.
about some fixed system. If he thinks the minuet gene, he won't have to bother with the notes.
Now, Miss Marion, I admit that the thing system is a revolutionary new method, but so is Galileo's conception of the heavens, Columbus's conception of the egg, globe, Bach's conception of the well-tempered clavichord. Now, I cannot discuss these things any more in public, but if I may call upon you sometime, when may I call upon you?
Why, anywhere this week.
You dance like a fairy princess with a big gift for your floor. Got a golden sugar in your hair and silver shoes and kids to see. We know that you will see us both. Take it to your heart, God, feel the criminal heart. People
lotto holders. We all been deputized.
Why, yes, of course. You know, all week I've been trying to give you fellas my references and credentials, but every time you seem to change the subject somehow. I have just what you want, up in the hotel. Take me a minute.
Afraid I'll have to go along.
Why, yes, of course. Let me see if I have my key. What's this? A testimonial from the only female bassoon player to ever appear on the red cap circuit, Madame Rainey. Her stage name, of course. Well, actually, she was from Moulin. Lida Rose Quackenbush.
Could I see that for a minute?
Oh, no, never forget the name. Lida Rose. Like in the old song. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose. And the sun again, the sky. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose. About 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion, I'll pop the question.
told me all about his hometown, Gary, Indiana. And he said he'd take me up someday. And he taught me a song that I was going to send us in it.
Shins live around here somewhere.
The shin home's on Easton. This is Weston.
Ah, criminy. I see you're the piano teacher in this town. You must know about this fella help from the boys band here.
Yes.
Well, don't let him worry you no more. I got the goods on him in spades. Swindling two-bit thimble rigger. That's why I gotta see Shin. I'm just passing through. See, number 8 only makes a 15-minute water stop. I wish it was 20. Sure would like to concentrate 5 minutes on you, girly girl.
Who are you?
Name's Charlie Cowell. Anvil salesman. But just now I'm out to protect the good name of the traveling fraternity from this swindler.
Mr. Cowell, I think you're making a big mistake.
Mistake, my old lady's corset cover. That guy's been that raspberry seed in my wisdom tooth just long enough. He spoiled Illinois for me, and he's not going to spoil Iowa. Hey, wait a minute. What kind of music teacher are you anyway? You didn't see through him? He's no more professor.
I know all about that. That man is always called director or professor. It's harmless deception. He's a fine director in the scholastic.
Wait a minute. Fine director, huh? Have you heard one on music from any band?
Well, no, but...
But nothing, girly girl. He never formed a band in his life, and he never will.
Mr. Cowell, you'll just listen to me for a minute.
I'd like to listen to you. In fact, I'd like to do much more than that. If I had the time, sure got the inclination. But I gotta get back on that train. And I gotta leave this dynamite with somebody on the way to that depot. Bye, girly girl. See you next time through.
Remember back that train at Boston. You have to catch over there.
No, sir. I gotta leave word. And I can see you ain't going to leave it with.
Leave word with me, please.
Is that an invitation?
Mr. Cowell, this is a little too forceful. But a red man so that was something a little quite different.
Yeah, well, it takes a real salesman, I can tell you that. Because annuals have a limited appeal. What am I doing? I missed that train, I get fired. And I gotta leave word about that fella Hill.
Can you speak on it?
Not on your tip type. How do I know you deliver these letters.
Try me. There's a train out on board.
Why, you double-dealing little... What are you here protecting? That guy's got a girl that's shouting on the lawn. He's taken away from everyone. That's 102 counties. I'm counting the teachers like you who knows up to just to keep their mouth shut. Neither one of you's heard the last of me, girly girl.
Top evening, Miss Peru. Miss Marion.
Why don't you name me from six? I've got some jelly on the stove.
There's no jelly on the stove, Mama. I'll put some on.
Shall we sit, as your mother said?
Well,
You did ask me to call.
did I? I didn't mean.
Now, Miss Marion, I'm not suggesting that your invitation is for anything but academic enlightenment. The theme system. I've been by your house once or twice to try to explain it to you, but there always seem to be people around. Ladies mostly.
Yes, Mrs. Squires is so lovely, young lady.
I'm glad. Wouldn't want anybody biding my time.
Would?
No, ma'am. But it's evidently the inconvenient evening. I'll see you at the sociable.
Professor, no, the truth what I meant to say was,
Yes?
is it true that develop the think system?
Oh, what? Oh, the theme system! Yes, it's very simple, really like whistling. No one has to teach you how to do it. You merely think the tune up here, and it comes out right here. Now, why don't you try this before you ask any questions?
I'll take your word.
Can we sit down?
All music teachers as dense as I am?
All music teachers.
I dare say you meet dozens, even hundreds. Have they all been as fascinated as I am with the think system?
Well, some more, some less. One young lady thought of the same method before I got to her town. She showed me a few refinements.
I see.
Why is something wrong?
Please don't let me keep you, Professor Jones. I'm sure you have more important things to do than explain the think system to me.
Well, I can't think of one.
You must be very dull company for a man of your experience.
Say, what gave you an idea like that?
Well, one hears rumors of traveling salesmen.
Now, Miss Marion, you mustn't believe everything you hear. After all, one even hears rumors about maiden librarians.
I suppose you're referring to Uncle Matty.
Uncle Matty?
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, well, he left me a sure job some other night with could have some security. Well, sure, you
No, that's exactly what I mean. Now, what do you think starts rumors like that?
Never mind, it's jealousy. Jealousy must have it.
And jealousy starts rumors about traveling salesmen. What have you heard?
Nothing about you personally, just generally.
Well, what have you heard generally?
Just that. But of course, it stands to reason that disappointment and jealousy can be true. Why, me, take you for instance, your attention towards customers. Teachers might even easily be misinterpreted, mightn't they?
Well,
I mean, now honestly, mightn't they?
well,
So you see another traveling salesman or someone who are jealous, I mean, well, they could be downright honest, couldn't they?
What could?
Rumors and things.
Why, yes, of course.
It just goes to show you shouldn't listen to everything you hear, doesn't it? I mean, if you discuss it.
Now, Miss Mary, I would be happy to discuss anything in the world with you. But couldn't we do a sitting down? You do sit, don't you? Your knees bend and all?
I suppose we could sit on the cul-de-sac.
We could also sit at a large hollow log near the footbridge.
I can't. I've never been to the footbridge with an end my life.
Just to talk.
I've got to go see the social.
All right. Then meet me there in 15 minutes.
I just can't, please. Some other time, maybe tomorrow.
My dear little librarian, pile up enough tomorrow, and you'll find you've collected nothing but a lot of empty yesterdays. I don't know about you, but I'd like to make today worth remembering.
Well, so would I.
The footbridge. 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Mama! What? I just told Professor Hill I'd be at the footbridge in 15 minutes.
Why do you do these things crazy hearts?
What does?
I've been using the food system on you in the parlor.
No, dear. In time with the music. Dancers have that grace, that esprit de corps that sets them apart from the rest. And we do want to live our best. I can't remember if it's one urn in the fountain, or if the fountain comes out. What do you mean you can't remember? You know we all told you to pay special attention. Girls, please. Must remember that we are the light of the show, the dessert of the
Lily, what if she doesn't remember? What if she forgets?
Well, why do you think I'm asking now? I can't remember if it's one urn in the fountain, or if the fountain comes after the second urn. After the second urn, Maud. After the second urn.
Really, Maud, you try to remember.
I will. I just forgot. I'm all flustered. That's all right, Maud. Just don't do it again. We really have been working very hard, you know.
Please try to remember, Maud.
I haven't forgotten. Well, good for you, Ethel. Now let's go, girls. We mustn't be late.
Not easy, ladies. There you are. Have you seen JC and the boys? They never seem to be where you want them to be when you need them to be there.
No, George.
Now look this way. Evening, ladies.
Good evening, Mayor Shane.
uniforms have arrived. The kids are in them already. Those people are gonna scream for music if those kids show up at the sociable. Yeah. Here's most of the dough. I got Tommy collected. He's trying to keep the kids together at least, pretending to hold a practice over at the lumberyard.
All right, get the ring.
I got it.
Well, what time does the freight go?
9:40 from the junction.
It isn't even 8:30 yet.
Look, if you want to turn around your way around here and get yourself caught in a bunny truck, you go
Don't
ahead.
worry about a thing. I'll meet you there in plenty of time. Miss Mary, you're late.
But you said 15 minutes.
Oh, well, I'd say about 26 years then. Took you all this time to get to the footbridge with the fella.
To tell you the truth, it almost took longer.
Oh?
Halfway here, I nearly turned back. Guess I'm not the first girl not to think clearly when understand her salesmanship.
Now, Miss Mary, surely you don't think I've been trying to sell you anything?
Oh, no. You've given me something.
Well, I don't recall giving you anything.
Oh, yes, you have. Something beautiful. Please don't expect that. I will say that you are. I'm not going to try to help you from the club. Another good news was for
There's a lot you don't know about. Hey, Greg. Could you excuse me for a moment? I'm expecting a telegram. This could be it.
What now? Say, who's the salesman here? Sounds like she's selling and you're buying.
Are you crazy? I didn't know I was going to be able to leave. I had to keep her off balance, didn't I?
She's so far off balance you can't tell from a catboat in a hurricane.
Listen, Buster Brown, I've come up to the race on this scrimmage and I'm not leaving without my commission.
Well, you can't get anywhere right out here on the footbridge.
Yeah, but I know a place over near Madison Park. Makes this footbridge look like an old lady's home. Now beat it. Never a peaceful moment in the music business. Now, where were we?
You're about to tell me what I don't know about him.
Yeah, but we don't need to go into that right now, do we?
No, or ever for that matter, Joe. The librarian hasn't felt like doing much research lately. But she did tell me when you came.
Oh? About what?
About Professor Harold Hill, Gary Conservatory Class of Art 5. No, there was no Gary Conservatory Art 5.
There most certainly was. I was there.
I wasn't even here to Art 6. I'll see you at the social.
You knew all the time?
Since July 7th, 3 days after you arrived. I told this paper out of the Indiana Journal. I was going to use it against you, but now I give it to you with all my heart.
But if you knew, why didn't you? Why, you little... While 110 cornets played the air, that I modestly took my place as the one and only bass, and I went hard up and down the square. While 110 cornets placed a there were horns of every shape and sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be. I wish I may, and I wish I might. Now good night, my someone, good night.
Greg, this guy's crazy. He's going all over town, spilling everything.
I'll say I'm crazy. I missed my training. Probably lost my job. But I got you now, Hill, and you're gonna pay. You'd be in the clink right now if it hadn't been for that piano teacher. I told her all about you, and what'd she do? Little girls be around till I couldn't get to shin. Little dried up man, hungry, doxy. Now get out of here! You bully! You big blowhard! I'll stay in this town till you get yours up, down, through the sideways. You never even knew the territory.
Here's your stuff, Greg. Come on, the rig's in the alley. Hurry up.
You double green grass goats! Can't you see you're being swindled out of your eye teeth right now? This minute, there's a burglar in the bedroom while you're fiddling in the parlor. I'm talking about Harold Hill, road agent, highwayman, pickpocket.
Pickpocket?
Same thing. He's had his hand in your wallet, mister. And yours, madam, and yours, little lady, ever since the first moment he came into this town. There's more documented evidence than you'll ever have time to read. There isn't any band. There never has been any band, and there never will be any band. And if you don't hunt this man down like a mad dog this minute, there won't be any Harold Hill either. He'll be the next train out of town.
Now will you believe me? Well, what are we waiting for?
I want my money back.
Money back? I want his hat!
After him! After him! Why do you bring to the schoolhouse? You and I
You better go. They're talking about tar bells.
Marion, I needed to talk to you.
Only a word, not a word.
Great! He's anywhere around here. Let's talk down by the creek.
Winthrop.
Whoa, just a minute, son.
I'm not your son. Leave me going.
Not till I talk to you first.
I won't listen. You would tell the truth anyway.
Would too.
Would not.
Would you tell you anything you want to know?
Can you lead a band?
No.
Are you a big liar?
Yes.
Are you working on crook?
Yes.
Where'd you go, you big liar?
Now, wait a minute, you want the truth, didn't you? Now listen, I'm bigger than you are, and you're going to stand here and take it, so you may as well stop squirming around. Now, there's two things you're entitled to know. First of all, you're a great kid. I knew that from the beginning. That's why I wanted you in the band, so you'd quit moping around, feeling sorry for yourself.
What band?
I always think there's a band, kid.
What's the other thing I'm entitled to know?
Well, it's none of your business, come to think of it.
I wish you never come to River City.
No, you don't, Winthrop.
Sister, you can believe him.
I believe everything he ever said.
But he promised us.
I know he promised us. And it all happened. The lights, the colors, the flags, and the symbols.
When was all that happen?
And the way every kid walked around us and looked and acted. Especially you, Winthrop. His mama wished he'd never come to River City.
Well, you do, don't you?
No, I don't. I don't. Please.
Go on, Spencer, hurry up.
I can't go with her.
Why not?
For the first time in my life, I got my foot caught in the door. There was love, but I never heard it sing. No, I never heard it at all. Till there was you.
Great! They're here. Come on.
There is a reason I called this meeting to order. Rest assured that this snake in our bones wouldn't be misapprehended at this point. Yes, and always remember, fellow River City citizens, that I did everything in my power to keep this dire happening from happening. 4 and 7 cents go.
Our money back.
Yeah, that professor collected nearly $300 for uniforms just tonight.
And we haven't even seen them uniforms yet.
He's slippery, I know you.
Where my boy is just after
He's a kid, Deborah!
bad situation.
4 and just a minute. Virtue has triumphed. The sword of retribution has cut down Professor Harold Hill. And if there are those, as I have heard, who are melting tar and collecting feathers, I will not say their name.
Well, I should think there ought to to be some of you who can forget your everlasting, idle, stubborn, chip-on-the-shoulder arrogance. Long enough to remember University before Harrisville came. Do you remember? Well, do you? Surely some of you could be grateful for what he brought to this town. And I should think some of you would want to admit it.
You're wasting a great deal of time here. If there's anyone in this group who does not think this man Gill should be tarred and feathered, let him stand now. You ladies sit down! And the rest of you standing like Dakota Shropshire sheep. Are you forgetting how you bought expensive uniforms, technical instruction booklets, and high-priced band instruments with a clear understanding and warranty that your children will be taught to play in a band? Well, where's the band? Where's the band?
Now, think, kids.